OK， 又来到了这个极乐迪斯可，希望今天玩多一点。上次玩到应该要去海岸边了，
Two neon lit shapes.
所以要再去海岸边查东西，进度推进了非常的多。希望今天进度也很顺利。那既然要到海岸边，就海岸的木板到西边。OK， 好，总之我们一定要去海岸嘛，所以。这个餐厅窗户怎么了？冰熊冰箱。先看一下冰箱好了。然后冰箱这个是要。冰箱这个是要五感发达，这是黄色应该是最右边。五感发达的装备应该是没有太多。
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden.
彻底调
Your
查
arms
师
reach out and your
97%。
eyes close, as if by their own.
在这。
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen.
伸进他的嘴巴，所以他嘴巴里面有一颗子弹。
The oral cavity is cold. You're on the right track. A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your naked hands and studded with
反
teeth.
正我把
Looks like
把
he's
他的
laughing. You see a
牙
hole,
齿撬开，
barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished.
就是这个。
Keep going.
A black trickle of liquid. Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel
组
of
织
flesh
损伤，
opens
两
up.
指宽。
Tissue damage.
其
Wide
实我
enough
听说
for 2 fingers. As you
被
push
子弹
both
打到的话，
in, you reach through his mouth, right
伤口会比
into
你想
his
象中大很多。
brainstem. Yes, that you've seen the drawings. You've studied. The basal ganglia feels clumpy. The bullet has torn apart. Your fingers slide into the remains of his limbic system. The undulations of the limbic system have ended.
穿
All
过了两个
is
脑半球。
quiet. The lieutenant answers with your fingers are all the way in now. All the muscles in your body harden. Time to.
对他的嘴
The
里
cartridge moves in with a crack, like some fruit. Sharp, serrated material. The edges cut right into your skin. The pain is barely noticeable under the adrenaline rush.
人工巧匠，成功了，我超强。
Pick the sharp metal bullet between your index and middle finger. With your face twisting from pain and concentration, all you need to do is just...
他既然叫我只做一件事情，那我就慢慢。
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like with a plop. Your hand emerges from the mouth.
A bullet.
A bullet.
The bullet falls in the...
A non-caliber. Rifled. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
送给他，我能留着他吗？
Of course. You've earned it. We need to add an item to the injury list. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
点头就好。
Opinion, fatal injury. And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3, ligament mark. Treatment. I had my doubts. There were no...
His brow furrows, while his eyes glaze over.
很后悔之
The
前没有把
lieutenant
事情
looks
搞清楚。
regretful for not figuring this out before.
也许这颗
Yes,
子弹藏
we
着
should
更
take a
多答
closer
案。
look at it.
This little thing could reveal much about the...
Oh, you really, really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room. We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema.
所以
Work on
我
the
可以
case.
进浴室
Tend to... I
把
leave
我
that
自己洗
choice to
干
you.
净吗？
And one more thing. Great work, detective.
我们把尸体装进袋子，然后放到我可以送他去分析部门。
The word lingers in the air of the basement. Far
哇，
away,
他称赞我，
detective.
谢谢。
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit.
先不要让他离开好了。晚上再让他离开。
The bullet is safe beside his orderly handwriting. The bullet looks especially sad. The squashed bullet has...
What? Well, if I was the bullet, which I'm not, I would say find the weapon that if we find who owns it, we will have likely
其
full
实我不就
conclusion.
发现了
The
一
more
把
we
枪
know
吗？
what is...
The jacket of the bullet is made of a
为什么他
yellowish
不看一
metal.
下那把枪
It
到底
has
是不是那
blossomed
个？
out to reveal a dark... You can just about make out a few striations near the base. It's quite destroyed.
What can you say about the bullet so far?
这是一枚包壳子弹，
A jacketed bullet. Okay.
不就是
It
我
would
有
have
一把
been...
步
We were
枪吗？
right.
Even the RCM uses ordinary unjacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer.
Something tells you that won't be anytime soon. This'll have to be one of those epic tasks that's open for a while. A rifle.
是一支
Revolutionary
步枪
period.
啊，不就是我的步
Your
枪？
bullet, the 4.46 caliber. Incidentally, you have just such a rifle with you. The dusty old thing you found hidden in the basement below the... No, but Zeliger,
对
a
啊，
major
就是我手上
firearm
这把啊，
manufacturer,
就是商
ended
业
up
区
with
地
a
下室底
surplus
藏着
after
的那
the
个玩
war.
意儿，就是我
So
的
there
把
are。still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken.
所以大部分
The
都不能
quality
用，
was
就跟
appalling.
65K2 一样。
Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky
我拿
jamrock
到了一
bangers.
把，
You're looking for the same thing you found
拿
in
到了
that
一颗
hidden
通常
weapons
大部
cache.
分的枪都已经坏掉的
Only
子
in
弹。
work.
What are you thinking? Bullet? Okay. And?
跟他
An
讲实话
antique. That makes sense. There can't be many breech-loading rifles floating around in Martinez or anywhere in Ravachol, really.
为什么
Sure,
不呢
there's？some arms trafficking, but the laws prohibiting the use of... Some new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzleloaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end.
从君主制继承的后膛枪这一点，据我观察是颇有成效。让你考虑
Imagine
自
if everyone, cops, citizens, had access to
不用停
firearms
下
that
来
could
重
shoot
新装填
multiple
就能
rounds
发
without
射好
pausing
几
to
枪的
reload.
枪支。
After the first shot, the second, third, and so on come much easier. But back to the investigation.
看来我们在寻找一位古典爱好者。
Doesn't seem that likely, but we'll check out all possible leads.
哦，我这把枪嘞？啊？而且能正常使用，所以我这把不能正常使用。这样，突然开启了这个那个，这么多强身健体可以用，但我就是不想用。如果他离开了，我要做一些什么事情比较好？我其实开始有点怀疑是不是主角杀了，你知道吗？因为主角搞不好就有那把枪，主角自己的枪又不见了。木板道西边，这是木板道吗？我不太确定他们所谓的木板道指的是哪里。
An old door worn by elements.
From here to the whirling, I can't see how.
小岛搜寻子弹的痕迹。荔枝角是最上面。
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus. A bottle.
废弃的通讯塔其实听起来蛮像是拒绝
I
的
don't
地
see
点
it, Lieutenant W. Freitor. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there.
也许这里是
In the
等
whirling
或
in
是
the
罪犯用过的，
It's not possible to climb that ladder. And even if it were,
上面根本就没
why?
有。
It does look extremely rickety and wouldn't.
To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think with those, a smoking assailant who favors Tumutiri to Astra or Joan?
Still, you felt it was important enough to make a mental note. That
你没有
means
注意到海底，对啊
something.
好像没有其他人
You
在
didn't
这
pay
里有
attention
其
to
他
any
人
of the other cigarette butts on there. 1.2, a glowing light
完全
on the
看不到。
third floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars, you would see a smoking, drinking, being happy and
我在这里
elated
该不会其实就是我
without.
我真的一直觉得是我自己的。木板道荔枝角。小岛。
metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling.
That over there must be the boy class you told us about.
You lift the boy out of the water without much effort. It's not tied to anything. The cord's dangling from the... There's something in there, splashing around. The number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic.
Simple construction.
It smells like you would expect it to smell. A shot glass's worth of seawater pours out. Some algae.
Well, damn. We still got here too late. There's nothing of use here anymore. I have no idea.
这只是个很不上道的怪癖，反正我们知道浮标里藏了什么。还是说这是个灾难？不要这么悲观了，乐观。
Or think we do. This is a small loose end, either way. Not important, I hope.
希望不会太关键。肯定是卡拉爷的敌人。
In my experience, cryptids are generally...
You could ask the Miss what she thinks. Later, if you have the time. Though you doubt she'll tell you much at this point.
I have no idea. Or think we could be.
You could ask the Miss what she thinks.
I have no idea. Or think we... That may very well...
You could ask...
I have no... Or think we do. Might have been classier.
You could ask...
好，他自己拿走了，有这种可能吗？这也就是木板道。我在这上面会有想法，感觉没有任何想法欸。啊，我到底要怎么检查
You see a slogan.
Hello again.
我已经没有20块可以去用那个浴室了，这样我可不可以直接晚上8点的时候就进去，赶快用个浴室？它的木板道到底是哪里？木板道不就只有这里吗？我已经快把整个木板道逛完了，还没看到可以检查的地方。之前看弹孔的地方是哪里？是在下面吗？
A row of ghostly shades facing the crumbling wall, with another 7 shades stacked. A cold.
啊！我木板道都逛完了。 这样不是已经没有木板道了吗？啊，我的那个想法还没跑出来。不是吧？还是木板道，其实是这个木板道。啊，真的？哎，干不是啊？这个木板道好笼统，到底在哪里？木板道，而且我都没有遇到那个说要去海边散步的那个人。
The trap is fourth.
奇怪，这个木板道。来查一下，这个木板道到底是哪里？啊？要走进去房子里面。我刚刚稍微破格哦，查了一下攻略，毕竟这个想说不要浪费太多时间，赶快找一找。不得不说，这游戏的走路真的是走的没有很快。 算了。为什么都找不到那个、啊？
It's you again. What is it? Why?
路比就是他的那个吧？好了，讲的比较。 讲实话
Sounds like you're making her a suspect in this. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under.
And fuck you too.
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect.
That's nothing. That's just legalese.
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory.
From the corner of your eye, you see a little bird fly into the bush, right behind the window, behind Titus's back.
Oh, 这是一个可以那个提看啊，搞不
A
好会成功。
sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet
28%
trajectories,
成功哎！我的
webs
大
of
脑皮
human
层突然
emotion,
闪过一道闪
all
电。
channeled into a single thought.
Because she was here all night.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 11:30?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
他没有出去
No.
透气，点一根烟。
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to
他要
run
从
on
货
her
车里
lorry.
完成一个复杂
We're
的
not
操
getting
作。
into.
That's probably for the best.
And just because she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to.
All right, we're in. We got Ruby
Oh.
unaccounted for. Some
来
you
证
got
明
his
他在屋
attention.
顶上，
Now don't ruin it by making weird claims.
你还是有可能
Remember.
搞砸的。
You can still mess this up.
你注意到后面的脚车了吗？你确实同意子弹是从屋顶上射过来的。
Why not? You can't draw a straight line in the clock. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing. 72%.
哇，这个百分比你从哪来的？
That's a
真的，
percentage, you know.
毕竟我射过
Where'd
很
you
多
get it
次。
from? Your guys in the lab? No, you can't.
认真讲，
I know what you did here on the weekend. People talk.
Those numbers were an ass pull, man.
Yeah. And they don't put her on the roof either. It's just mambo jumbo.
跟
He
他讲
hasn't
一下
got。shit.
Nah, the only way up there is through Clausia's room.
你们对这个地方
We've
有多
only
少了
been
解？
drinking here for a while.
Been thinking of getting
会不会是
There
后
you
面那个
go.
门啊？
Tatted on his ass.
No, but that
It's just 2 dolls. We're not giving you Ruby for that.
What if those two doors are connected, Eugene? Is that your name, Eugene? If they are
Oh.
connected, she could have gone to the
金这个
kitchen, gone up,
你
shot
叫
him
人
on
家
the
的名字，
roof,
其实
then
就是一
come
个很
down.
强力的
All
压
in
制。
5 minutes. How about that?
Yes, she could have. This is one long shot.
我们不是已经证实了路比可能进入那个人被直接按进去了？
Firmly
不要讲屁话。
Try shit on a stick. Oh, and even then, Our route doesn't put that bullet in the Burke's head. A gun does.
Phase
路比没有
2.
枪，
Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that,
跟
then
枪
at
联
least
系
a
起来。
shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun.
哦，直接按
You
5号。
lost your gun?
Tell me, did you lose it before the murder? Of course not.
Stop thinking.
好像不该
This
跟他
was
讲。
merely a thought exercise. He did not lose his gun. Let's move on.
That looks antique. A Bell McGrave. It's an
20, maybe 30 rifles, Titus.
God damn it. We need to close that dump down for good.
哇哦，
okay.
看来
I
到
see
处
your
都是
point.
枪哦。
We just missed one. Ruby doesn't know this place, boss. Just these cops digging up shit.
挖来挖去的。他有披甲，
So,
So it had to come from a breech-loading rifle. Military grade. Not even you, This goes against your short-range...
Wait. Did he say
他
you
是
don't
说你
have?
不是什么大人物吗？
Just say, screw honest. You just showed him a breech-loading gun.
给
A
他这句
broken
话
old。broomstick is what you show.
Time to really close the deal. Show them the bullet. The blonde
见微
man
知
looks
著。
at the mush.
Yeah, the bitch's jacketed.
Whoa.
Well, goddamn. It's not proof. You have been thorough. I'll give you that.
讲出来
God
了。
damn. That's just about you.
You were warned not to bring it up. Your best shot here is to just back out of it.
哦，
Trouble.
第一句，
This is Revachol.
He's angry because he knows you're right. What he's saying only confirms your theory.
不要再讲几率了，干屁
I
话
don't
一
know,
堆。
cop. Why don't you find your...
Easy now, Al.
Titus, we're not seriously concerned.
Phase 3. The big one. Get this and they'll give her to you.
他们就会把它交给
Remember,
你，
don't piss him off. That never works.
不要惹他们生气。不是他为什么，而是他为什么要安排掩盖死因。动机，也许这都是人们挑战权威的一部分。针对你，不要这样。也许他杀了他，是因为觉得就能讨好你。哦，好难哦！不要惹他生气。哪一句话比较不会惹他生气？如果我是一个人，我现在听到他说，搞不好他是为了讨好我，然后干掉另外一个人，我会生气吗？我好像会有点激动。他为什么要这么做？哦，这句话有点反他的意味啊，感觉这句话会惹他们生气啊，会觉得我好像把他们当白痴。可是针对权威的话，一定会惹他生气，所以一定不是这个。循循善诱的话，感觉是这句话。
You had expressed, on occasion, your dislike of the mercenaries' presence in Martinez.
Whack someone in my district? That doesn't carry much favor.
It's the kind of chin-rubbing men, often leaders, do when they think of punishment.
好，第
And
一
I
个，
suppose you have a theory on that.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging.
She
大家
had
都很
like
配合他的提议，
a
真
fully
的。
formed plan and shit.
Really, Shanks? Claudia
哇
wanted
靠，
to
上
talk to
课，谢
another
谢你。
girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that.
Time for a logics demonstration.
逻辑演示。提图斯啊，
You're on thin ice.
It's a thought exercise, Titus. Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Alone. I don't drag my man into.
If she used us, then that's a serious fight.
But she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her?
哇
This is，
果然
fucking
要朝
stupid,
这个
Titus.
提图斯讲，提
Glenn
图斯干。
I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out
Oh.
completely.
所以，而且
And
他还离
she
开了这
skipped
里。
town. This is good. Silence. The old man in the corner. A very small nod.
哦
And this is the only option.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. I don't know. I don't
那完只
know.
露了个
where
面
she
就离
went.
开了。
She just got up and left. She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior. Why fleeing is always incriminatory.
哇，所以他搞不好真的就是犯人哎。
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that. Friday afternoon, when you first arrived, I got word. I told you. You.
我一个人，
Yes, you. The cop with the...
And a hole in his heart.
还有他心上的缺口。
Why not? You look about ready to do something pretty crazy
Wow.
because some bird
我
fucked
是
you
真
up.
的很屌的警官吗？为什么要害怕我？跟他讲我不知道。
Sure. You know, when I first saw you limp in here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not.
露比
She
该不会
said
认识
you
我
have a
吧？
funny taste in clothes
不
until
会
you
停下。
have something on her.
我操！
She said
所以
she's
我
heard of
真
you
的
from
是
Jamrock.
知道一些秘密
That you're
的
a
屌
human
人。
can opener. That you play
Fucking hell. Titus,
open Angus up like a can.
哇
Yes,
那
he
我很
did.
强哎。
Now we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go
wow.
on.
It's not an actual question. Silence. He nods.
直接问。
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me though. I could see she wanted to. It was
Scared. You should be too.
对啊，为什么是要
A
怕我？
strange fear creeps over.
she's not far. We know that much.
good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the...
Yeah, Al.
She's not really,
She's not, Glenn.
啊，他们知道自己被背叛了，我让他们知道这个事实。
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlogged. She's not. Sure, there are some shit houses there. A cinder block town.
几座棚
Fisher
屋
folk there
空心转
refuse to
正。
unionize.
那里的
So
渔民拒
that's
绝。
one place we haven't looked.
哦，所以就是渔村嘛。
I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash.
We will start there. One more question.
Boyish. Hair's red.
红头发
Dyed.
染的，
She looks like a
开
lorry
货车
man.
的。
The what now?
she said she's...
What?
灰域发
We
射
were
器。
talking about radio equipment.
This guy barely understands what.
There you have it. Pale.
It feels like you'll get to know soon enough.
It'll have to.
跟
His
他握
grip
手。
is firm and reassuring. like holding
提
a
图
piece
师
of
讲到
unpolished
我们竟然可以
granite.
成为朋友，真太棒了。
Not just granite, tightly packed RCM Sergeant material.
跟他讲
When
一
are
下，
you gonna get it through your dumb head?
And he still isn't. People aren't afraid of good cops in the way Ruby was afraid of you, he thinks.
我是个好警察。他们渔村领袖。
You think you have a pretty hot suspect right now, don't you? Notice how it came together without casting too much suspicion on Clasia. It was anything
Na
strike you
Ruby
a
还蛮
bit
强
off
的。
about this mishmash?
没人提过听见枪声。
Notice how this hasn't come up at all. Even Hardy and his boys didn't mention it. Neither did you.
你注意到这点一直都没出现吗？就连哈迪和他的兄弟，你也一样。
True. Strange how you conducted the whole advanced ballistics analysis and then hand-waved it. Good point. It is rather rare these days. But absolutely. It could have come from anywhere. But you're suddenly so certain it came from the roof. Notice how this hasn't come up at all. That's right. Finish thought. Just finish it and conveniently go on. She's watching you leave right now. Don't listen to this guy. The theory was solid.
啊，所以我的理论还是有可能就是推论是错的。
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately. This is my little cinder block town.
There was a murder in Martinez.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
就跟那些人把自己锁进采访的时候一样，我们只是想帮他走出来 ，OK？ 跟他说我们是来帮忙的，怪怪的。帮他走出来也怪怪的啊。我们是来帮忙的。
That you are, Doc
Enough of this. She better start talking right now.
可不可以不要疑神疑鬼啊？很不想这样跟他讲话。
There's not much to tell. People
I see, ma'am. I hope
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too. As you look at the floorboards, in this, the edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched. Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can bet nothing particular catches your eye. Something bad. Someone's night thought. You stick your hand in and start combing through a small cylindrical object. You pull it, the floorboard doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman holding the bullet, you get the feeling this isn't ammunition against you.
他原本要打完他，然后自杀，所以这颗子弹才会留给他自己。
Our tenant, the policeman. Damn that girl.
And without anger, a long and
But you didn't put it there, did you?
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant. And yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl, as I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into? That girl.
She seems genuinely worried about her previous tenant. She's seen her identity.
That's for the police to find out. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
I cleaned it, like I always do. No. Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock. She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old
他是
woman.
个很擅长，
This
看来他
Ruby
能
is an
言善
old
道的。
lady whisperer. She knows how to work the village up.
Did she talk to you much during her...
No, she was mostly She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast.
She wanted to talk
他
to
在躲
her,
东西。
as they usually do, but she was brooding.
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent.
他脾气很
She
快。
doesn't go.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure.
Do tell.
这是一个逃离
Exit
计
from
划。
what?
这个
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you.
No, she's a fighter.
哦，可是刚我们的直觉明明就觉得他真的是要自杀。
Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. Although I guess she was pretty
哦，
handy.
他会
She
做
may
音
simply
乐。
have kept the equipment elsewhere.
I don't know. Further up the coast, she tried to live quietly. You'll
该不
never
会是那
find
个吧？
her, you know.
躲
She
住的
knows
那一
the
间。
coast like the back of her hand.
I wouldn't worry about that, man. We are persistent.
Yes, it's going to be too much work for you to find her. Better for you to stay.
The felled electric neuron. You feel like you...
哦
What more
看
do
壁
you
画
want。to know about that? Yes, me. Now it's your turn, Mr. Why would I do that? That's it. One thing.
She really means it.
She's a good girl.
好。我可以去木板道那里找了。调查壁画。哎，这里有东西。壁画应该可以从这里上去。
You see, a slogan used to intertwine with, above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken window. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail
路比
first.
可能在里面吗？
Indeed, somehow you knew it was here, an urban ruin. You felt it before, when
我
it
曾经
rained
感觉过这个
Martinez,
地方
and。you felt the cold of the rain.
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there. Or...
Why single out this one building?
哇，我在这里搜索
Even
超
though
多东西
you're。sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cold
没
hand
有了
brushing against your
无尾
forehead,
虫在
no
风
rustle
景
in the reeds. The wind has died down. Trying to talk to the wind,
听
the
风的声
city,
音，这就是天人
whatever
感
you
应
thought would happen. It is trying to talk to the city, something you've done before. A prayer of sorts. To Revachol.
How do we? She's probably north of the village, and
Det
this
kan
place
sikkert
is a
banda.
peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas, and then there's the church. We've already searched that and can... Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first. Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
Walk the coast, the old
哦，海
boardwalk,
岸
the
旧木板
reeds.
道。
You
无
can
尾虫
always come back here. An adventure awaits. An adventure on the windswept urban
还可以再
coast.
尝试一次。
Suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around, in through the collapsed roof,
该不会其
flowing
实
down a concrete staircase
我已
to
经
the basement,
调查过太多
sweeping
次
away
了。
footprints in the dust on the stairs.
She's down there.
Okay. Why?
别的地方我们都看过
How do we
了。
get in there?
Finally, my time to shine.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing in.
There has to be a way to use
攀
brute
爬起来
force.
不太安全。
Climbing. A rusty ladder.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
The distances between the remaining. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to
哇
reach.
，180
It's what,
公分。
3 meters above the ground, and you're. Not to mention that the roof is collapsing and the wind gets. What if you were to do astral projection? Be open-minded.
Teleportation is not a thing. Oh yes, it could hurt.
He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you
哦，
right now.
传送到屋顶，鬼祟玲珑，这
All
是什
you
么？
need to do is close your eyes. Zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
哦，哇哦！
I just saw you climb the ladder. You just climb.
The wind at the top of the building starts howling.
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside.
看我是鬼耶！我他妈的，我是有什么自动技能？鬼！等一下。好，养经验值也是要赚啊！我后来才知道，原来那个是点经验值啊。钱？是钱吗？不是。
Two rusty metal plates that slide apart form a crude door.
What do you mean who's there? It's me, Kim. Stop playing around and help me get it all open.
The doors seem to be on rails.
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that. After you climbed up to the roof, you mean? There's a maintenance and...
He's quite proud of himself.
Yes, we have an exit, so let's get going. Time to investigate these passages.
Ten. 哦，越来越有通用的样子喽。啊，这竟然没有任何的思维。哦，这手电筒好强！哦，革命者之帽。
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with years' worth of dust. Someone crouches, heels digging into wet sand. Hands sweep across the sand, grains sticking to the frayed skin of the fingertips.
Some radical or radicals were hiding out here. They left a long time ago. We have found a lot of those lately. I guess what most people think of as history.
Good hiding place for someone who's up to no good.
所以那边有没有可能真的是可以狙击啊？
I won't stand in your way, but half a century? I think the purpose of this bunker was to produce
会不会跟我
propaganda.
们在那个学生房
It
间
would
里
have
发
had
现？
millions of depictions of Mazov have been produced. They're not all connected. Besides, that looked like some student. You mean like Ruby? No, I think we've...
No. 为什么是 no？ 革命者之帽。我想要戴一下那个帽子。Oh yeah, man.
This hat is so soft, so warm. It wraps around your head and your mind. Kraz Mazov would have worn this, Yushenka. Mazov, glory to the revolution, comrade. Whether you...
我更像一个革命者了。跟着鞋印走哦。
You feel something, like a swarm of hornets.
No, what do you mean? I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure it looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next. Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union...
You will upset the balance of power. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail.
知道的比他告诉我们的多，也许我们应该做他的工作。我们知道了乔伊斯掌握了凶手资讯，但是我可能还有些问题要和他讨论。我们已经检查过庄佐卡拉尔答案了，我想听听他解释为什么之前是空的。你觉得情况糟糕到什么程度？
We are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we?
Let's try not to. If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done.
Okay, why not? Whatever goes down might...
Not closely enough, you suspect, but still, good idea to visit her once more.
也许我们应该继续做他的工作。不要啦。
Yes, there won't be time for that once things...
If you must.
I think I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars?
I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking.
Or maybe not. Either.
那我先回头。我先看一下这边这个是什么。
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like it's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse. Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance.
The voice coming through the whirlwind of pain doesn't wish to hurt you. Not according to your ear canals. Wait, no, not even your ear canals. This is going directly into your neural pathways. That's an awful decision. Why would you not want to shield yourself from it? Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
意志坚定。
Really now? Check the...
You're overwhelmed with a new surge of violent static. It feels like a blood vessel.
No, I'm not going to fucking kill you. If that had been my plan, you'd be dead. I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your...
The explosion of static you're blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
Saw my equations? You've been...
You should probably check on Kim. That's what good partners do.
金，我是好搭档。
A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in...
Sounds like she knew someone who used to man one of those stations. But she won't tell you about her. Boy, you're one empathetic police officer to have guessed even that right now.
So, what we are experiencing?
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for force. At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
She's been holed up in here for a while with no one to talk to. Keep her talking, and you just might get an opportunity to break you loose.
让他继续讲。
I built it myself.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't
金
we?
这时候的配音屌爆了。
Oh yeah, way beyond. No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end.
听完了是不是？
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're... Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say.
Oh.
If you've got something really important to say... God damn it. Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
Wow.
The gun she's carrying is a 2-barreled front loader. Well, it doesn't feel much better, but she can form. Just keep her talking, and you'll get through this.
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while.
他都听到了我们声音。
So you found my shack.
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find to my back. Not anymore, no. This could have turned out pretty bad for me if you...
It was dark in the shack. The waves outside had calmed down. She looked at the loaded gun. Then she cracked the barrel open and took the bullet out.
Oh.
Today.
No, I didn't do it. I only helped... Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first.
跟他说他崩溃了，我觉得他会更激动一点。他崩溃了，他只是想保护那个女生的话，他崩溃了。
She didn't crack, but she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
Titus and his boys, man. They told us you were on the coast.
Even now, Kim is a paragon of professionalism. He is trying to make a clean cut of telling her she was betrayed.
Well, fuck. Those guys liked me, I know it.
A dull despair.
How the fuck did the rest of you get by? I did, didn't I? Now you come...
That did make her forgive them. A little.
谢谢谢谢。靠问问题，好。
Like what? I already told you I didn't do it.
你觉得莱利是个讨人喜欢的人吗？
Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types. Plenty of broken people who don't come with that kind of body count. Yeah, sure. And I didn't like wild pine.
She didn't hate it, okay?
他根本一点都不恨那个莱利。
I'm listening. Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon you.
我要跟他说少了半个小时。
Like fuck I did. I was in all the time.
No one takes a 15-minute leak.
谢谢金。
Look, fuck you, man. I might also have stopped by the bar. And? Sure don't.
The breech loader?
No. The gun store. Trigger Happy Jacks. What did you think? That I'm going to squeal on my gun supplier? Sorry, not that kind of gal.
你有没有在收集旧枪支？
Break too often.
我不想让自己觉得很蠢。
Yeah, evidence. So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over.
That really comes as a blow to her.
Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own.
Beneath it, she's relieved Tommy didn't betray her.
他是个很邪恶的人吗？
That's your prerogative. Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I left Jamrock, my previous employer, for the union. I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really dirty work myself. Then,
it's going to be easier to reach the machine now.
not for a moment do I...
There's a sinister note in her voice, even with the gun and the compressor.
Yeah?
More questions before doing anything.
好。问出一点问题。
As I keep saying,
其实这游戏里面大部分人我问问题他都会回答我。
And there hasn't been any useful.
Those rings around her eyes, her tired voice. She's
police radio.
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there in Claus's room. He was still warm, with the bluish light coming through the broken.
She eyes you with.
It's okay. We just want.
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over if she sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her. Super. But I didn't think too much of it at first. I'd seen her party hard before.
好了，不要说卡拉野了，
She asked
不要让
me
他
to
觉得
come
他被背
upstairs.
叛。
The merc she'd been going with was lying on.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
What? No. Faking a lip.
She looks shaken. She wasn't surprised to be ratted out, but framed.
Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able. She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck.
他也是坏蛋吧？怎么做
Classy and
做这么复
exactly
杂？
what she was doing. You can't remain calm under pressure otherwise.
wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed. And potentially bring attention to herself? No. Besides.
She's right. No one mentioned here.
We should have factored this in.
But even if this is true, weren't you worried the lynching might lead to...
他这里的这个配音就很真挚。
War? The thought crossed my mind. Fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me. I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about...
That strange, distant fear is getting close now. It's a fear of yourself.
Yes. You. Everyone...
Through the sudden sharp pain in your head, you hear the loop. Fucking hell. And why me? It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Everyone in Jamrock. The cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here?
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
Harry Dubois. One corrupt motherfucker with the disco pants and a funny tie. Agent to la
So she knows your name. That doesn't mean you're on the tape. I don't know. Sounds pretty convincing to me.
Is that a joke or a threat? I'm guessing both. Yeah, sure.
She doesn't be.
I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough. You've been to my lorry. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition?
She's not going to change her mind that easily. She still perceives you as a threat.
What bunker? Don't know anything about it. No one's been around since I set up camp.
Keep calm. Breathe in. After the pain recedes, it's a little clearer.
Oh, 看来我是大师哦。这段动画演绎非常的。
You did it. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts like hell, but... She looks at the machine as...
Oh, fuck it. Problem solving.
Ma'am, put the...
Oh, yes it is.
You should know the words to say. You've been here yourself. So why is it not coming to you? Because you've been going around pointing a gun at yourself, trying to answer the same question in vain. Her finger squeezes the trigger now. A smirk crosses her face as she watches you. You watch as her brains trickle out through her neon hair.
Lieutenant Yefreitor Dubois, control your emotions.
There is no coming back from this one. It was
our job.
She died. How can he be so...
Fuck.
Get a hold of yourself. He needs your support now, too.
We clean up. It may take days. That tent there.
Yeah, 有钱，钱。啊。啊。 谁？哦，酷哦。
The plain red tent. It was pitched by a practiced hand. You see, a rolled up
We should put her in the sleeping bag, so the rats don't.
The lieutenant nods. There she lies. Magazines. You should look through them. Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor.
See anything?
Rager Monthly. Journal of Material Science. You pocket the worn. She watches by.
We should read this immediately.
A thick journal. The cover is worn like someone. It's made of full. This was important to her. When it was, the journal falls open. About 2/3, the large cursive of perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs. It's a mix of logistics.
We could learn a lot from this.
Hard to tell exactly.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes.
Professionalism is his coping mechanism. Esoteric radio technology. The most recent one, short, wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass staff issues. Always tough on the leadership. The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do, nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Look, you have no idea what she means. That name isn't mentioned. Small wonder. Would you talk about La Puta Madre in your journal? You do see an M, though. Great. M's peon is coming to town. No doubt to investigate the lynching. But also, then again, isn't that what I've been doing ever since I got the call? Things played out just as she had feared. It's in you to do something like this. Kill her. Physically, at least. Is it? Can you be sure? What if you are secret on purpose? That's been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave. Or did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. You'd have to know if he threatened people. The entry ends abruptly. The most recent entry, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move?
I don't think she killed the mercenary.
This whole thing was a detour. Don't get emotional.
By the Hardy Boys, by Classier, by us. No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your...
His trust is well placed. You
could have been Titus. Then again... Maybe there's a Hardy Boy we've yet to meet, who acted as his accomplice. One thing is for certain. We have business back...
今天新闻到这里，剩下次说。